Hello, the Internet Tough Monkey here once again. Hope that you're all well. Thank you very much for stopping by. Okay, I do a lot of product reviews and I wanted to do a particular product review about a product that has been on every single product review video I've done on YouTube for the last 3 years, and it is my Secret Labs Titan office chair, gaming chair, whatever you want to call it. It was an expensive item when I bought it, and it was very, very hard to justify. So I can imagine that if you're considering buying an office chair anytime soon, you'd be wanting some kind of justification for thinking about spending the kind of money I spent on this chair on your chair. So I wanted to tell you what I thought of it over the last 3 years, because it was a big expense. I had a pretty naff, generic little swivel chair when I first started working out of this office back in March 2020, like we all did when COVID struck and we were all working from home. I began working from home in this office. And 3.5 years on, I am still working from home in this office. I work as a civils estimator and I can do my job from anywhere on the planet, and I choose to do it right here. And I wake up in the morning, I boot my computer up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I sit here. I'm contracted until 5 o'clock, but I'm quite often here till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. And if there's any particular deadlines, it could be well into the morning. And when I do get a chance to stop working, I then turn to this computer and I'm doing YouTube videos or playing on my PS5. I could spend 12 to 16 hours a day sitting on this chair, and I have done for the last 3.5 years, very nearly 4 years. And in that time, this chair has been absolutely magnificent. It really has paid for itself many, many times over. The reason I'm doing this video now is because it's just got to the point where it started to need some maintenance. Now you might not be able to see it. I'm just going to lift it up and I'm going to look at my other camera over here. This is obviously the armour of the chair. And I don't know if you can see that. It started to split probably about a year ago. It's because I'm not a particularly heavy chap. I spent most of lockdown at around about 12.5 stone. I'm now just under 11 stone, 10 stone 12 I think I am. And even with my weight, pushing down on it every day for 3 years, it pushes down on it's a PU plastic coating this is. And it pushes down on it, it compresses it, and over time you get a little crease that begins to form on the inner edge there. And then that becomes a wear point, and over time that wear point splits. And it split a long time ago. And it was only that side, but this side started to fold and crease a little while ago. Put that one up as well. And it's just started to properly split now. It's gone through the fabric. So I thought it was about time to do something about it. And looking on Secret Lab's website, there are spares available for the Secret Lab chairs. Now, this chair has been replaced. It's been replaced by the Titan Evo. As the name suggests, it's an evolutionary product. There's not huge amounts of differences. The most standout one that you might notice is the fact that this has a elasticator strap for the memory foam pillow, whereas the current Evo version has a magnetically attachable pillow. These pillows are great, by the way. They really are good. And the arms themselves are a little bit different. They're also a lot more expensive. Looking at spares for those, they're in the sort of £60, £70 sort of region. Replacement arms, and we just talk about the pad here, are £19 per arm. And I thought that given that this chair has now been superseded, parts may become difficult to get hold of. So I thought I'll buy them now and get them changed while I can still get access to them. And it's just arrived. It arrived about 20 minutes or so ago. So part of this video is me going to be replacing these, showing you how easy or possibly difficult it is to do. But also I wanted to do this video because it's been 3 years now and there's bits of fluff floating around. And I just wanted to alleviate any concerns that you had about spending this kind of money. Because as soon as you go on Secret Lab's website, you are going to get inundated on social media, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, with adverts from other chair companies. You don't know how many chair companies there are until you get inundated by them. There are dozens of them. But Secret Labs, they always stood out for me as being a premium product. I paid £429. It was on offer. I paid £429 3 years ago for this chair. As I'm talking to you today, it's still in the Christmas sales at the moment, only for another 6 days as I'm filming this. it is currently £469. It is usually RRP at £499, so it's not a massive saving. Now, this particular chair, which is available as the Titan Evo, comes in 3 different sizes: small, regular, or XL. For the majority of people, the regular is going to be the right size, and this chair is available from £419 according to the website at the moment. That is for the standard hybrid leatherette material. For this is the soft weave fabric, and it's lovely. It really is nice and soft. All the way through the winter time, when I come and sit in here at 8 o'clock in the morning when it's cold outside, it's nice to touch from the moment you sit on it. You don't have to go, oh, that's a bit cold or whatever. It's just nice. It's a nice and hard-wearing fabric. Now, that starts at £469 for the smaller size. The regular size, well, actually the same sort of price, but it currently says £469 based on offer. So this size, regular, soft weave fabric, when it's not on offer, is £499. There are higher quality leather versions, the Napa leather and exotic material, but I think I would recommend still this, the soft weave fabric. It really is hard wearing. I sit, and you can see on that camera up there, I sit with my right leg folded under me all the time. I always have done. So this side, this left-hand side of the seat squab, has worn ever so slightly. I'll show you on a close-up. It almost looks like it's almost like a crease. It's smooth, but it's worn a bit. But 3 and a bit years of doing this, it's not worn through, and the whole fabric it's really hard wearing. It's really nice. It's nice to sit on. There's no wear on any of the arms. It's all almost as it was when it first came out of the box. The only issue I would say I've had with this chair in the entire time I've had it, I had from quite early days. I don't know if when I insert, because you have to build it yourself. It comes in a big box, and you have to build it yourself. And when I inserted the gas struts, with the seat squab, whatever, I don't know if it's ever so slightly off center, but sometimes, just occasionally, it will start to spin around. And I'm forcing that with my foot on the ground at the moment. But as well as sitting like this on my leg, I will quite often sit cross-legged. And when I do that, over time, it can just start to drift. Always counterclockwise. It always goes that way. And when I'm sitting at this computer over here, it seems to be more pronounced. I'm trying not to run over the dog. I got my border collie right down here. If you've got a border collie, you just have to be very, very careful, because she sits there all the time. And if I ever sit backwards, I've got to be careful. I'm not pushing myself back onto a dog, because her nose is literally right up against the caster of the seat at the moment. But when I'm sitting here, over time, sometimes it can just start to creep around, and it becomes quite annoying. I have to put my foot back on the floor. I think that was my issue, just the way I installed the gas strut. I don't know if it was I think it was my issue, but I've never been able to rectify it. I've tried to you just can't realign it, but it's slightly frustrating, because I do like to sit cross-legged like this. Even as a 45-year-old man, I do sit like this. Genuinely, I sit like this most of the time. But this chair has provided me so much comfort. It's great on the back. There's a lumbar adjustment somewhere down there, so it just pushes out the lumbar slightly onto you. It's got a full recline mode. There's a lever down here. I would demonstrate it, but like I said, there's a dog right underneath it. You run a mile, want to do it. But there's a lever down here where you can lock it into a fixed position. So it's not going back. But then if you click the lever up and back down again, it will allow you to move backwards and forwards, just recline it as you wish, and then you can lock it in place, reclined, and then you can go fully reclined, or it doesn't go fully flat. I bought it with that in mind. I thought, yeah, it'll be great when I'm in here for long hours. I used it for the first couple of days and never again. I have just not used the function of lying flat. Even when I've been sat watching a video or DVD or Netflix or whatever on my screen here, or playing games for hours on end, never done that. I will at best recline it a little bit and put my feet up on the desk, but it has been so comfy. Incidentally, if any of you out there are sim racers who like to play sim racing games on your swivel chair, then do check out my YouTube video giving you a great tip on how to stop your chair flying backwards every time you press the throttle or the brake pedal. But for over £400, it's a lot of money to spend on a product, but I feel as I've been justified many times over buying this chair. It has been so comfortable for these many long hours I've spent sitting here on that computer, on the PlayStation, all the gaming consoles. I just wanted to put your mind at ease that this is a really good chair. The Evolution, I've not tried the Evolution, but it should be extremely similar. Looking at it on the screen, it's almost identical apart from that and slight variation to the armrest that you sit on. And you also now have the option of being able to change the fabric. Should you so wish to, you can change the fabric. Different covers are available for you to buy afterwards if you change your mind. They're not cheap, but if you want to do that, you can do. You can't do that with this older version. So I'm going to go ahead and change these to something that makes it look like it was box fresh. And we'll see how easy it was to actually install them. So I'll catch you in a moment. Okay, I'm going to do the left-hand arm first. So I've already peeled off the sellotape here. Let's have a look at what's in here, if we can get it out. Okay, we have got a new arm pad. There you go. Oh, smell that. What does that smell like to you, Storm? Yeah, bit niffy, isn't it? Yeah, that'll go over time. And we have a flathead screwdriver. Now that seems a little bit odd because from what I look, there's one screw under here, and I think it's a crosshead screwdriver, Phillips head like that. So I'm not too sure what that's for. I'm assuming I have to pry something out. There are a couple of little notches, which that seems to be about the right sort of size for. So that's the screw under there. That is the only fixing that I can see that is necessary. So I'm going to take a crosshead screwdriver, and we're going to get into that one and take that one out if we can. Takes a bit of freeing up. Here we go. We're coming out. Try not to lose that. Put that just there on something clear. Right. Okay. So we're going to need that to prise off. There we go. That's relatively straightforward by the looks of it. There's one on this side as well. Can't see. Doesn't seem to be. So does that just prise off? There we go. Well, that's relatively straightforward. That came off pretty easy. And then that, I assume that locks on that side first. Smash absolutely everything. There are two little notches there, which I'm trying to line up. Oh, there we go. That's it. All right, well, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. Right, get my screw again. Put that back in there. Probably lose this trying to get it located. Right, good and tight. And there we go. Oh, that's brand new. Smells brand new as well. All right, that's that one done. Shall we? Well, it was quicker than I thought it was going to be. So shall we see if we can do the other one at the same sort of time? What you spotted, Storm? Go on, off you go. Living with the border collie. Right. Prise the other one out of here. That's out of there. Take that. There we go. Another, yep, box fresh. Another screwdriver that we don't probably need. Roll that back. Tell you what, let's do this properly, shall we? Oh, that one was a bit more difficult to get off. That one was. The other one came off quite straightforward. What have we done with the new one? Right, okay. Let's get the new one back on again. So get it clipped on at the front. And that's it, I think. Just get the screw back on. Use the crosshead screwdriver. Oh, that properly smells, that does. Right, I think we're all done. Okay, so there you go. That's it. I've managed to change the armrests on both sides of my Secret Labs Titan chair. And yeah, it should be good for another couple of years, I hope so. So there you go. The Secret Labs Titan chair, now the Titan Evo chair. It's a lot of money, but it is a hard-wearing chair. It's comfortable and it's lasted me very well so far. And parts are available to replace the bits that do wear. So yeah, I think we can recommend it quite highly. Don't you agree, Storm? High five. Good girl. See you next time.